Happy Wednesday, and y'all, we are back with a new episode of Herspiration Happy Hour. Ladies, are you ready for some cocktails and conversation?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, let's get it Let's get it cracking. I'm like, oh goodness, here we go.
Are you ready for cocktails and conversations? Are you ready for cocktails and conversations? Are you ready for cocktails and conversations? With your host, the unapologetic diva, Dr. G, the girlfriend therapist, Dr. Cortina Lewis, the Blue Phoenix Heels, Louisa Harrell, and the networking extraordinaire, Diana Richardson Philippus. Are you ready for cocktails and conversation? This is Herspiration Happy Hour.
See, now for a minute there, I was like kind of tired, and then the music came on, and I was like, hey.
Right.
Oh, goodness. Happy Wednesday. This is your unapologetic diva, Dr. G.
This is Cortina Peters, aka the girlfriend therapist, Lewis.
Yeah.
And this is Diana Richardson Philippus, your networking extraordinaire.
Look here, Cortina, Dr. Lewis, you are going to adjust to that name at some
Please.
point.
Someday. Oh my gosh. But I do have a drink for the day.
Oh, go bring it. What are we sipping on today?
Pepper ginger cider. So this is for those days when you're kind of feeling under the weather and you're not really sure how you feel, but you just feel like a little, maybe a cold is coming on, but maybe not, but something to keep you warm during this time of year. So what you want to do is start by warming 2 parts apple cider in a saucepan. And then once it's nice and hot, what you want to do is pour it into a mug or a glass. Then you want to mix 1 part bourbon, a bit of ginger liqueur, and some lime juice. And then you want to just garnish it with some black pepper. And so what this does is the ginger, it contains the anti-inflammatory to relieve a sore throat, while the black pepper helps with congestion.
I did not know that. Yeah. I do, and almost like a detox. It reminds me of one of the detoxes that I have which I probably need right now after the last 7 days that I had. So I might have to, look into that and make me one, at least for tonight. Does it help you sleep?
I'm sure it does.
Okay, maybe if I add a little
extra bourbon.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I like the Tennessee honey.
Well, that would be good because honey is good. So that would be great.
Yeah. So that's what I put in my hot toddies are the Tennessee honeys because I'm not even a whiskey drinker.
Okay.
But whenever I'm like not feeling so good and I just want to have something, I will make tea and then I would put a little bit of Tennessee honey in it and it knocks me right out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I just put real honey in my hot toddy. Honey, lemon, gin. That's it.
You said gin?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I thought you would have put bourbon in yours.
No, that might be the Bahamian way though. That's the way that we've always done it.
Okay.
Yeah. I can't drink gin regularly. I can't.
That's normally my drink of choice. So
I can't drink gin.
Okay. Well, you know what, ladies? It has been a very long, like week, 7 days, 8 days. And at first I thought it was just me. Then I realized, damn, Diana was joining me Wednesday last week, Thursday, Friday. No, not Friday?
Saturday.
You all had fun. It looked like it was fun.
Yes.
Man.
We had a lot.
As they say, fun was had and had was fun. I'm telling you,
I
am drinking water because look here, I am doing the ultimate like detoxing because my body needed a break.
I probably was the only one missing.
You were.
Yeah.
You were.
I didn't come. I couldn't come down.
It was a good cause. I was missing.
Oh yeah. And how was the conference?
So it was good overall. Out of the whole competition and congressional debate, she came in 46th 7th out of 400. And in
Awesome.
overall competition, like with extemporaneous, impromptu, and congressional debate, she came in 67
That's
Wow.
amazing.
overall. Yeah.
Yes. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Yes. Oh, I know you was proud. You was proud.
Yes, 3 long days.
So it was like what? Friday, Saturday,
Friday,
Sunday?
Saturday, and Sunday.
Because technically it was Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, right?
The what?
Thursday, wasn't it? Because you was originally supposed to be there Thursday, right?
No. I was trying to get out of it altogether.
Oh,
You know
I
what?
was looking up flights. I saw a flight where I could leave Saturday morning from here and go to Atlanta and come back Sunday morning. It was $103. I was like, do I really need to be done?
but you would have missed it. And I mean, in
I
terms
would have.
of coming in, it's so great because I mean, I feel like there's always if you make it, especially when you have like or 400
Mm-hmm.
and you in the single digits,
Yeah, seriously.
that's huge. That is huge. So congratulations and shout out to my little young entrepreneur, Morgan Peters. So yes, my half Haitian niece.
Yes, the one who thinks she is trying.
I told y'all she was telling her classmates she was half Haitian.
You know what?
Ain't got a lick of Haitian nowhere.
She said she got her stepdaddy is Haitian.
Mm-hmm. And her biological brother, her dad's son, his mom is Haitian. So and her step siblings are Haitian. So she the only full American
Wow.
that's around.
You know, I cannot. So, it's like for me, I think last Thursday, I hosted my first inaugural, fundraiser for the nonprofit and called Evening with Authors. And when I say it was so nice, we turned up. I literally was on my feet for like 4 hours. And I did something miraculous that people couldn't even believe. Diane, I went upstairs, about 5:54? It started at 6.
Close to it, yeah.
I left about 5:50, 5:54. It was short of it just starting. I was back downstairs by 6:09. Makeup on, dress. I was like, look here, I had to go back to military
Looking beautiful. And I was like, well, damn.
I did. I left looking a hot mess and came back like a superstar. They was like, damn, transition.
That transformation was you weren't a hot mess. You just weren't ready.
I wasn't ready. I had no makeup on. I had on sweatpants. I was not ready, but I did that transformation, transitional time for me was like, wow. And I came back ready.
Cool
and was standing in heels for like 4. I know I stood up almost 4 hours, damn near 4 hours in those heels, dancing on the mic, just running interference with between everybody, making sure everybody was happy, giving out drink tickets and checking people in. It was a lot going on, but it was successful. We had a lot of fun. The authors all loved it. I'm actually looking forward to the next one that's going to be hosted in May in Baltimore. So I'm really excited about that. I had a whole lot of fun. And then, so I went from that, and actually that was on Thursday. Wednesday, we were hanging out at Cuts in Sewanee.
Yeah.
That was so beautiful. The food was good. They gave me a piece of cake bigger than my damn head almost.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I have posted the video of it. And I was like, this is like almost a quarter of a chunk of a cake. It was huge.
It was big.
Me, my mom, and Diana was eating from this cake, and I still took a lot of it back. I took a lot of it home. The food,
it was so good, and I'm going to get some more. I am.
The food was amazing. My mom had the lamb chops. I had the braised beef. So good. It was even better the second day. And Diane, I think you had the burger.
I had the burger
and the fries. And then they had a pianist playing. They had like the fire pits going. It was just so, so nice. And it was such a relaxing birthday. Me and my mom had got up that morning and had breakfast together before we went to Atlanta. Then we drove straight from Huntsville to Atlanta, straight to Cuts. The traffic was a freaking nightmare. And then, of course, I had the event on that evening. And then what was going on Friday? I don't know what I did. Oh, we went to the vault.
Yeah, you went to the
Oh,
vault.
nice.
The vault. Oh my gosh, our server Carrington was turning up with us. I mean, she was energy. So the vault Atlanta was so bomb. It's like a speakeasy. It's like the vault hidden in the bank. I think that's what it's called. So that was super dope. Saturday was the shower. Sunday, I flew home, y'all. Now, this is so embarrassing, but I'm going to say it. So I flew home my flight left at 5:11 in the morning, Sunday morning.
After Saturday night?
And yeah, and I think I got back to the room probably like 1 or 2.
What?
I don't know. And I know I got very little sleep. So I got on the airplane and I slept so hard. They actually had to wake me up to get off the plane. I grabbed my purse, got off the plane, was like, let me charge my phone because I got to my gate, charging my phone. They start calling to board. I realized I left my damn carry-on on the plane. That had my laptop in it. So I hurried back.
Oh my gosh.
To the gate. They had my bag. Then I realized I left my phone plugged up at the other gate.
Oh my gosh.
You was disoriented, okay? You were disoriented, sleepy, and probably still a little drunk.
I probably was, but I was so tired. And so I finally got myself together, grabbed my phone, got on the airplane, and went right back to sleep as soon as I got on that airplane. And slept all the way home from Charlotte to BWI. When I'm just telling you, I had a time getting home. I had a time getting home. But I was good once I got home. I got home, took a shower, and I went to sleep. Kofi came and got in the bed with me. Me and him was knocked out. I slept till like 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
Because I got home at like 8:30. So yeah. And I'm thinking, that's how you know you had a good goddamn time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I really enjoyed, and and I'm always, I even have said this a few times, even online. I really cannot say enough thank yous to my bridal party and the people that showed up, because it was an amazing time, an amazing event. Freaking crazy over here not playing the game because they was losing, but we had a good time. Yeah. And then
I wish you would have been at the bridal shower, Cortina.
Huh?
I said I wish Cortina would have been there. I missed you.
It was also an interesting time at I learned a lot. I've learned a lot just wedding planning, but I especially learned a lot when it came to my bridal shower. I'm not, Diana, you're giving me a look, so I'm
Cortina, we'll talk about that.
I learned a lot, but I'm gonna tell you what I've learned most just from my event that was Thursday. But especially my bridal shower, and then people like reaching out to me saying, hey, the day of, I'm not able to make it, and all of this other stuff. It made me realize, I know you all seen that post when that the wedding couple, people that didn't make it to their wedding that said they RSVP'd, that they sent them a bill.
Oh yeah.
I understand that now. I legit understand that. Yeah, but there was a couple that actually did that, and people found it offensive. Well, I will tell you what's offensive is that if you RSVP and then the day of you decide, oh, I'm not going to be able to make it, or you don't say anything at all.
Yeah.
People have paid for your space. People, food was paid for, games and stuff was paid for, setups was paid for, decorations was paid for. And I learned that. I'm just like, it almost makes me want to cut people off, because then now I feel like you have no respect for people's time, people's money, people, reaching
the effort.
Out. Yeah. The
effort. People don't have any consideration or couth is what I like to call it.
And they really don't. The day of, I mean, like, if to me, and first of all, and I'm speaking of, if you know damn well you have to fly to get someplace.
Oh, see, you already know you're not gonna be there. No. You gotta book rooms and flights, and
you could say that in advance, because you have to give final numbers 3 days in advance. Things could have been cheaper.
Sometimes
a lot of other things could have been done. An extra table could have been saved from being decorated.
Trust me.
So I literally felt like, wow, don't reach out to me afterwards. I'm really not one of those people. Like, oh, I'm sorry I couldn't make it.
So
delete it. I'm not.
Well, I'm sorry, I couldn't make it.
Well, you was already.
Well, we knew you wasn't coming.
Lisa had already said too, so they wasn't, her either. But what I'm saying is like,
Yeah, well, I was RSVP, and then something happened up here with my daughter, so I had to cancel a week and a half ago. I was like, "God damn it." But yeah,
a week and a half ago is time.
That's different than the day of.
We had to give the numbers 3 days before.
Mm-hmm.
Look at Jay saying, "Hey, everybody."
hey Jay.
But that brings me to like, it's like when people was reaching out, I'm sorry I wasn't able to make it. I wanted to say, you know what, instead of saying nothing at all, I just was like, you know what, let me not be petty and say, you know what, the fact that you're just now coming and saying something.
Yeah.
And then a couple of people said that they were sick and all of that stuff. That's a good excuse.
Oh, well, please keep that at home.
Yeah, definitely keep that at home if it's real. If it's real. But
it is flu and COVID season.
I know, but all of us, you knew you didn't feel good 2 days before that. Because that was some of the messages. I haven't been feeling good the last few days.
Oh.
So to me, I just, but it was like I said, it gave me hindsight, like I'm wedding planning. So now I feel like I'm glad I don't have to give the numbers to the end, because now I feel like, okay, unless you bought your plane ticket, will I really know that you're coming?
Yeah.
If you hadn't booked the room, if you hadn't gotten a plane ticket, if you hadn't done certain things, should I account for you in my final numbers?
No.
Or, just
And Pam, you're having a destination wedding. Yes, I know, right. like with mine, we had to pay also per the chair they had to bring out. We had to pay for the chair at the ceremony and at the reception. In addition to all the other costs, I think those chairs was $13 per chair.
Yep. That's what we have
ceremony and for the reception. So they had to move. I'm like, I'm paying twice for the chair? Yes. That's so crazy. $26 per chair per person. So mind you, if 10 people don't show up, that's $260 thrown in the garbage.
Right.
Yeah. That's what we have to do. So because we're getting married on the beach, we have to pay for anything over 30 chairs. We get 30 chairs free. And then after that, I think each chair is like $7 or $8 a piece. That's not bad, but the shit add up when you have over 100 people coming.
And yeah.
So that's why I'm just like extremely concerned, or it's like when it comes down to it, I'm gonna be like, please send me your flight, because I need to ensure that you're coming, because I'm not paying for a chair, because I will flip.
No, we won't have that energy.
I will have that kind of energy, because to me, you know if you're going and if you're not. I gave people ample enough time. I gave people 5 months to RSVP. 5 months. By the way, tomorrow I hit the single digits. Yeah, I'm at 100 days today, and then tomorrow, it's 99.
Girl, it's gonna be here before you know it, because it's Christmas. I'm gonna skip right over Thanksgiving. It's Christmas right now. And then we about to move into my house is Christmas. We Christmas over here. I got on Christmas pajamas.
I haven't decorated yet. Cortina, have you decorated your house for Christmas yet?
Nothing. I ain't had no time to do nothing. And I love this holiday season. And yeah, I got nothing.
Louisa, have you decorated yet?
Well, the tree is up because the kids wanted to decorate it for Halloween.
Oh.
So we haven't crossed over to Christmas yet, but it's up.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I'm deciding. I said, I was going to ask Jay tonight, are we putting up a tree this year? We didn't put a tree up last year. So I'm deciding if I'm going to put a tree up this year. If I do it, it will have to be next week.
That's okay.
It would have to be next week, because I always feel like once we move into December, it's not even a good idea to put a tree up, just to have to take it back down.
I hate taking them down. It's going to stay up for a couple of months.
What?
I do not like taking
Christmas.
I put mine up early because I take it down before.
Right. Yeah, you might
put them up.
You might want to put it up like what is it, like August? Then you know.
Well, I just can't leave it up the whole year.
You know what? So I had a friend who kept her tree up the whole year. You know what she did? Every holiday she decorated it at that holiday. So she had a Valentine's Day tree, she had a St. Patrick's Day tree, she had a 4th of July tree. Yeah,
Oh,
she
not a 4th
decorated
of
every
July tree.
Halloween
He
tree.
will look at me like I'm crazy. He'll be like, "What
And
you
that's
want
what I
with all
was
these
getting ready to
decorations?"
say. But Seba would be like, if you don't take that goddamn tree down, girl, take it down. Matter of fact, he would take it down for me. I would go somewhere, come back, the shit would be down.
Dia have it on trash pile. He ain't taking it down. He don't throw it out the door.
Oh my gosh. I think that's a man thing because I tell you, just even taking off all the and packing everything, that's me. Jay would be like, just take the tree down and just throw the damn thing in the box. I'm like, I don't like, no, you can't do that. He threw out my good tree. I had to end up getting another tree when he was moving before we moved in together. He threw out my good tree. And I had lots of things in the box.
Not the good tree.
Oh yeah, because it was like what, 8 feet? Threw out my good 8-foot tree.
Oh man, not the tree.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I would have been upset.
Oh, I was. And then he said, I'll buy you a new tree. That tree was like $200.
Ooh, trees are not cheap.
Trees are
not the good ones anyway.
Not at all. And,
Definitely
and it was big because my townhouse living room was like, really high. So it was kind of nice, to have. Well, speaking of, not to change subjects really quick, but have y'all seen that mess that's going on with Will Smith and Dwayne Martin?
Lord
No.
Mm-hmm.
Let me go ahead and Google it.
What about the mess with Tamar Braxton and Krishan?
Oh, Lord, that.
What about
Oh,
that?
She did beat the guy up and messed his teeth up, knocked his teeth out or something. He had to go
chipped one tooth and messed up his nose. But you know what?
Wait a minute, stop. Tamar beat somebody up?
No, Krishan.
Krishan.
It was at a Tamar's concert. And James, right? The one who sings, the Patty Pie man who was singing. He's one of Tamar's backup singers. He is the unfortunate soul who got punched and got a chipped tooth because Krishan, she doesn't have any emotional intelligence, right? I'm not downing her. She just doesn't. She has no restraint, no self-control.
Yeah, that's correct.
And the issue that I have is, as I'm looking, I can't even read the comments anymore because people still enable and make excuses for an adult individual not being able to keep their hands off of people. I don't care if he called your mama a crack heifer. Why would you put your hands on someone? I think she's just so used to doing it. And then the other people like, oh, they was playing in her face. They tried her. So you just go around knocking out everybody who tries you.
So she beat up, what's his name?
James Wright.
How she beat him up?
She wore all them goddamn Super Bowl championship rings on her knuckles.
Girl, no, I don't be knowing.
Oh, look at type in Krishan Rock.
Super Bowl knuckle,
whatever they are. I'm talking about they thick, like chunked up. The same way she wore all them necklaces around her neck, like she's like a African tribal goddess. The same way she wore all them rings on her, and it's like to be honest, it's like what you call those knuckle
brass knuckles.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
That's a shame.
I know. And then and I think even like people was getting upset with Tamar too, I guess, when she first talked about it and addressed it. But for her, I feel like, because I think she went live, there's just no accountability on her part. That's how you can tell she lacks maturity.
But what did Tamar have to do with it? If this
because it was her concert.
So that means that she made them get into a fight? I'm confused.
No, what they were saying, they had an issue because they were saying that Tamar is using Krishan for clout. Because Tamar invited Krishan to the concert, but not to perform, just to be up there with her. And they're both from Baltimore, They're both from Baltimore, so she just, I guess, a sisterhood moment or whatever. But they're like, why would you bring her? You know how she acts. That has nothing to do with anything. Again, Krishan is supposed to be responsible for her own behavior.
Yeah. Crazy. I mean,
Tamar's a good one because I wouldn't have that girl nowhere with me. I really wouldn't. Something's wrong with her.
It really is.
Something is wrong. I wouldn't have her nowhere with me. You can no.
She needs God and a good therapist. and people around
She
her
needs
who's
to
going to
be
hold her
admitted.
accountable.
Yes.
And that's why you have to evaluate, and we talk about this all the time on this show, evaluating your circle, because people around her are afraid to challenge her, hold her accountable, put her in check, because I do really think they're afraid of her, because she really don't have no filter and no restraint. She will really just go off and pop you. And so I really think for her betterment, and she might not want to do this, she needs to evaluate her circle and get around some people who really care about her. Because if you really care about this girl, you're not going to let her. She's already on probation.
Yeah.
You're not going to be like, oh yeah, they was wrong. The fact remains, at the end of the day, she is saying, people are saying, oh, they set her up. You cannot make somebody punch somebody.
That part.
You
Less
did
at a concert.
this and punch him in the face. Like, no, you made a decision to do that. Allegedly.
Well, apparently she did, and she don't have a tooth either, and so she just
She
running.
just got her teeth done.
Well,
Oh my
she
God.
Did she? So
I
she
just
not
saw a
missing her
picture.
tooth?
She got a tooth missing,
But I
and
thought she
then
was bragging because she had got her teeth done.
I
Since
thought she still got the one that she can take out and take in.
Oh, maybe, but I thought she got her teeth done after she had a
Oh,
baby.
maybe she did. I don't know, child. Maybe and
But
people
I
saying the
did
baby was gonna make
see-
her feel be better. But I think the behavior done got more outrageous. Now I think she's a good mama. I ain't gonna say good because that's loosely. I can't even say she's not a negligent mom. However, when you see that, hell, the baby ain't too far behind. So I can't say she just leave them with every Peter, Paul, and Paul, but she do let a lot of people hold the baby. I will say that. So I don't know what type of environment the baby is around, but I do know JR be right there with her.
Then yeah, everywhere. But I think
I did see on the Shade Room where she was like, it was Tamar, Tony, and some white guy. I'm not sure who he is, and she was like, I guess twerking on Tamar, and Tony's like, I love Tony Braxton.
yes,
She's so classy, even though she was dating what's the face. I know she did that. I was confused.
Is not was is.
She's
Oh,
still
they still together? I thought they
Yeah, they
broke
just had
up.
a picture. They just had a like last week.
That's what they were
Okay.
saying. I think somebody was saying it was throwback season because her and what's his name? I can't think of his name.
Birdman.
Birdman. They took a picture together. Then you got Nelly and
Ashanti.
together. And
Yeah, that's so cute.
That made me happy, though. I always liked them two as a couple. I really did. I really like them too. So I'm hoping that, this will be it for them. They can just go ahead on and get married.
But speaking of, even though there's been quite a few breakups, let me tell you something, honey. These women who have left some of their marriages and their relationships, they are stepping out like fire. You see Tiana Taylor and her girl, she was like, I was like, go on, girl.
And then, Tiana don't play nowhere.
And then Jeannie Mai was another one when she just went to the baby thing and that red. I was like, okay, get it.
Oh, she trying to.
That's how you step. But you know what? Actually, she's not trying to do anything. I think one of the things, if you follow her, she's always been very dressed to the nines. Always.
Yeah, she's so thin.
Yeah, I'm saying
anything.
Yeah, but she's always had herself together. So when people like, I've read the comments like, that's how you come back. I'm like, she never really left. She's always been a fashionista. Always.
Yeah, she has.
Everywhere. She's always been dressed to the nines. But girlfriend was fire the other day. I was like, yes, that red dress was like giving me life. Yes, that red dress gave me life. I was like, okay.
Meanwhile, Jeezy trying to go on the record.
Child, you know what? That whole interview, let me tell you something.
I didn't see the interview.
I know y'all like him. From what he said in this interview, here's what
that's my celebrity crush.
I know, but here's what I took from it. You had a man that entered into a relationship who wasn't healed himself. decided he wanted to heal, and all of a sudden he's like, oh, he's making all these conscious decisions. Now you want to end the relationship now that you are so conscious and so healed, and all of these other things. And so, because if you look at it, he talked about all of his traumas and how it led him to make the decision, and it was really hard, that he still loves her. And I'm thinking, what should not do, and I even say this for whether you're a man or a woman, heal before you enter into a relationship, because when you have somebody that loves you and holds you down, if you are toxic and broken and then you decide, okay, now I'm all healed, and this person has healed with you and made sure that you got the help, and both of y'all was doing your own, that should have been a greater power to say, you know what, this is why we solidify things, as opposed to saying I'm in love, because he said even therapy didn't help. The other thing, I was like, it was like a two-way interview. I was trying to listen to him, and then Nia Long was just breaking in with like, yeah, I'm this too. So it seemed more flirtatious than interviewish to me.
I would say the biggest thing in their relationship is cultural differences. That was the biggest.
Oh, yes.
So I
knew that going in.
I would say he did, but sometimes people trick themselves. But I don't know if he thought that the mom and the brother wife, like culturally, that's how their culture is. And I don't think he knew that it would stay this way if we were married. Cool. Everybody living in your house. That's what y'all do. We get married, we want our own house. Wait.
Yeah.
Your brother and his wife and his family got to stay here too. Like, can we get them a house somewhere else? Like, and I think that was difficult. That's why I can understand on one hand how he really still loves her, but maybe the lifestyle that he wants to live, she's not willing to just throw away. Like, this is what I'm used to doing. And I'm sure that was pretty difficult for her, because I know she did not want to a divorce, right? She wanted to fight for her marriage, and he was like,
well, then she should have got herself and her husband, or got her mama, her brother, and his wife somewhere else.
She said her mama been there. Like,
I understand,
and mama like
a mama, but when you get married, you got to leave and cleave, honey. You got to leave and cleave. If you wanted your man, you had a choice to keep
a break, and I think both did. They took a break. Well, she took a break. He was still out here doing whatever, not cheating or anything, but he was out there promoting and all of this other stuff, books and all of that. But I like that she disappeared from social media to actually heal. And when she wrote that, she was like, that she needed that time away, because you just show up in a different light, especially when you love somebody. And you never know. There's he danced around the topic with her, really. He danced around a lot, but NDAs are in place because you just never know. Because she hasn't said anything, he hasn't really said anything other than that was nice, that that he tried to he did everything he can to make it work. They went to therapy and it didn't work.
I wonder if they signed a prenup.
Said much other than
probably.
That. Oh,
I hope so.
He don't seem like no fool to me.
She did because after her
owns a lot of Atlanta. And that other side, like on he has a lot of real estate. A lot.
Yeah. But you know what? That's when people were saying, like, I hope she had a prenup. She had a prenup. After her last marriage, she ended up having to pay alimony to her ex-husband.
Yeah.
So she got a prenup. And then the other part is like when people say that he had all of this money, and I'm not saying he does not, but they don't forget about how Asians are with their money. Girlfriend got money.
Long money.
Because the way that culture is.
Not even that, but she does a lot.
Yeah, and there's a lot of stuff that people don't know. If you follow her career, like she was one of the executive producers for The Real, which means she was putting up money.
Yep.
Yeah, but that's probably, especially since her family
it's a big difference in the net worth, though. Yeah. You got single digit, and then you got double digit net worth. Jeezy is worth 25 million.
He's worth a lot of money.
He's worth a lot.
Yeah.
You just trying to big him up because that's your man.
No,
you
I'm
just
not
trying to big him up like that because that's your man.
No, but you look how long he's been in the game.
No, I know Jeezy got long money too. I'm not trying.
I'm not saying that, but I'm saying that it's never been about money for her. And
Oh
she,
no,
No.
I don't think
she's
so.
never been the type to stay with somebody for money, so he can have all the
Well,
money in the
shoot.
world. And people
The
try
other
to
one, they have no money.
for that
So
money. Well, they got a whole baby together now, so
Okay, but so can we look at the fact that this is actually her second divorce? So there's something there with her. Because
is
how is
it?
it that? Yeah, it has to
That's
be.
bullshit. I'm
well,
gonna tell
I
you why.
done
I'm
been,
not gonna say that.
I
We
done
hate
been,
when people
I've
say
been
that.
divorced 3
No,
times.
it has to be. It has to be something there.
You've been
Why?
divorced
Until, like
3
you said, we were
times.
talking about healed, and like you said, until you heal, remember, if this is if something going on, it's not just Jeezy, it's not just it's both of them, right? So if something is going on where you have an issue in your first marriage and you get married again, do you have an issue again? There's something there.
But I think the
She didn't
marriages
want to
And
were
I
have a
could,
so
baby. She didn't want to have
different.
a baby in the first
I
marriage.
know, but she got one in this one though.
But she got one in this one. But you know what? Sometimes you can.
Maturity. People grow.
Yeah,
People
again, I know,
And
but it's
maybe
something
her
there.
husband, the
He
last
gave
husband,
her
just
a
was not the
reason.
man
He
she
gave her a
wanted to
reason.
have a baby with.
Yeah, he gave her.
It ain't even all about the baby. It's something there, y'all. Come on.
Well, then I guess there's something wrong with me too, because I done been married 3 times, and I
It
can.
was something wrong with you, and you healed.
You
It
know
was
what?
something wrong with me. I'm a
Tell
divorced
you,
woman.
no, what
It
I'm
was
telling
something wrong with me.
what I'm telling you is that here's the thing that was wrong with me. I was well, the last time wasn't even because he lied about his whole damn life. And
All right.
I was good then. I had to go there, but the first two was I didn't listen to myself, and so it didn't wasn't because I was so busy striving academically, career wise, and all of those things. Personal life, I didn't really pay attention to. Does that make something wrong with me? No, I just didn't pay attention to my whole life. But so to not to, but I was a good wife. I just dealt with insecure men who were broken, who were toxic, and I never really put myself in that space except for the fact that I never paid attention to it. So we have to define and be careful with how we choose words when you say something has to be wrong with somebody because they enter into marriages. People evolve and people grow, and some people
Hmm.
don't like that evolution of your growth. And
That's
so,
true.
and then instead of being happy about it, they project. They project
But
But
all kind of
sometimes,
stuff.
but
Pam, people have trauma bonds as well.
Oh
You
yeah,
know, so we
that's what I'm
also
saying.
have to look
That's
at
an
what we're
issue.
I think yeah.
attracting because sometimes we're attracting what we're mirroring in ourselves.
Yeah.
So, there's some
Oh, I
commonality
just left. I
there.
walked away. I didn't want nothing. I never wanted anything. I wanted my peace, and that's exactly what I got. There was never so for me. It was like I don't want this. Nope, no. But like I said, I was just living my life. I mean, I was living, and because I was so focused on career and I was focused on my academics, but it didn't make me. And then when I was home, I still traveled and I still did things. But my mission was like I got things that I wanted to achieve. And that came before any of my marriages. That came before any of my marriages because I felt like I never wanted to be in a situation where I cannot take care of myself. Period. So I feel like we all have to figure out, like, when I took time to get to know who I was and got to enjoy myself and really just didn't want a relationship, I got to evaluate what I actually did not pay attention to, which was, okay, I was so focused and overcompensating. So I was overcompensating that I didn't protect, I guess, I ain't gonna say my heart because I ain't have one of them, but I didn't protect the emotional parts of me connecting with people.
I
That's
think
probably
it's
why
Which
I have a
which was an emotional issue.
say what?
That's like an emotional issue, right?
Oh yeah, but I'm
So
saying
that's what I'm
because
saying. It's
it
a
wasn't because
personal.
it was like I was doing something or something where it's totally broken. I mean, but in some senses, when people go to therapy, and Cortina, you can contest to that, sometimes it's like healing looks different of the purpose of it for everybody. Because some people just, well, like I said, I just overcompensated. I overworked myself wanting to do
well, that's
whatever.
avoidance.
Oh yeah. Oh, totally. Oh,
Mhm.
totally. I
Which is an issue.
I was a workaholic. I was a workaholic that was with other workaholics.
Well, all of y'all wasn't
Oh
very
yeah.
focused on the relationship, and maybe had we not been workaholics, maybe the relationship would have went somewhere differently. Not saying that it should have, because
No,
you're
it was
right
a
where
lot
you're
of
supposed to
jealousy.
be.
It became very jealous because I was one of those very advancing quickly people. And
yeah.
it was, I had one that was jealous of my growth because I weighed more. So there was a lot of things that started to interject. And like I said, things were projected, and I was like, well, you can go. I was very nonchalant. But I'm
Said,
like
bye,
that
bitch.
anyway. I'm telling you, I'm like that anyway. I've always been the type that I can cut you off and not care.
Oh yeah. Once I'm done, I'm done.
I've
I
always
wasn't, yeah, I was an enabler. Okay, that was one of my issues. I was an enabler, and also, all I worked too, but I also babied him, and I also did everything, and I also let him do what he wanted to do, and did, whether I cried about it or not, was not firm on, so it's that's what I'm saying. It's issues there no matter what, regardless if we want to think so or not. It's always issues in people when it's not
well,
dealt with. But once you start to heal,
everybody's gonna have some kind of issues in their life. Nobody's perfect.
right? No.
There's
Mm-mm.
always growth. There's that growth factor that has
Mhm.
to take place.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I mean, but I just like to, whenever people try to make it seem like you have to have a problem because you don't work out, and that's not always the case. Sometimes it just
Well, it might just be the problem, because a lot of times it might not be the people, it might be the problem. But then,
culture is a big problem. You know, that's in
yeah,
a lot of relationships when
Huge.
you have drastically different cultures.
I remember I dated a guy from Trinidad one time. They were West Indian, and well, he was a little bit more serious about me than I was about him. But I mean, I'm just being honest. I was like, huh? But he was like, yeah. He started talking about, yeah, I want to marry you, and you know, and I'm like, okay, because I'm not really there. And he was like, yeah, we can live in the house, me, you, my mom, and my dad. No, I don't want to live. I don't. One, I didn't want to marry him, but two, I'm just like, I don't want to live with your
That's a
mom and
whole
dad.
lot. That's a lot to take in.
But that's what they were used. That's their culture. Now, when his mom and dad used to come to town from New York, because they had a house there, house here, whatever, and he lived in the house here, and she would come and she would cook. Now, I did like that because I like to eat. So, I mean, briefly, I was like, well, maybe, but I say all that to say that culturally, some cultures really do, that is their way.
Mhm.
And I think with Jeezy being the man that he is,
Appreciate
I'm sure that was just a lot for him to digest. I was about to say something, and I'm glad I didn't, because
Woo.
I don't even know where it would have came from. I was about to get in trouble.
Okay,
Ignore me.
don't get
It's
in
because I'm
trouble.
sleep
Don't get
deprived. I
don't
haven't
get
been.
in, don't get in any trouble.
Oh,
Like I
I'm
mean,
not.
like even with
Because
you,
stuff they'll play it back
I
5 years from now.
know.
right? Because like even with you, Cortina, because you all come from two different, cultures and
Very
back.
different.
And so, I know you've talked about some of that, the cultural difference with parenting. I mean,
Yeah,
and
it's
that's
it's it's
big.
challenging, and even like in the social circles, it's different because all his friends, most of them are all Haitian, right? And so my viewpoint is very different. And I think it's also because of my profession as well. So if I don't know you, unless you invite me to touch you, I'm not going to give you a hug. I'm going to extend my hand to shake your hand. And so for them, it's seen as rude. Well, I don't know you. I'm not going to invite myself to touch you and embrace you with everybody don't like to be touched. Everybody don't like you in their space. So until I get to know what type of person you are, then I'll greet you and give you a hug. But and I know in the beginning they just had to get to know me. They was like, because they go around and hug every single person in the goddamn room. Okay. I was just like, hey, how y'all doing? Hey, okay. I'm a hey. We got to go that's a lot of hugs trying to get behind chairs and tables to get everybody okay, whatever. But for me, and it also depends on my mood, but people have to stop thinking that just because I don't do something your way, it's rude. Because there are way more ways to do something. And I don't have to do it like you, nor you have to do it like me. Like one of the biggest things that I'm going to say annoys me with the friend group. Is like I don't believe in forcing kids to give anybody a hug. If they don't want to hug me, I'm cool, because it's about consent. Right. If they haven't given me consent to embrace them and giving them a hug, unless we plan, right? Like, come give me a hug or whatever, that's different. But like, oh, go give Auntie Tina a hug. No, if they don't want to, hey, right. That's cool, because if we're raising youth who can consent, when they get older, when someone says no, they will know to stop. Right. And because they've learned that a lot of the sexual assault that takes place won't happen because they've learned no. And it teaches them about boundaries, body autonomy. I get to decide who touches my body and when I'm comfortable with them touching my body and not. And so this is a conversation I just had with one of my friends last week. I was like, I'm cool with kids not hugging and all of that. You can speak. Don't be rude. Say hello. Use your words. Open your mouth when you walk into a room. That's very different than the physical aspect of it. So that's huge, huge, huge culturally for them.
That's how it is in Italian families too.
Another thing is when I used to always say, me and my mom are a package deal. I always said that when I lived in Palm Beach. This was before I had Morgan and anything. I always it's always just going to be me and my mama. So whoever decides to get with me, whoever decides to marry me, we have to get a house big enough, because it's going to be me, my mama, and whoever that person is. And if the person don't like it, then they're not the person for me. That is how my mindset was set up. And I think it kind of changed when I left and I moved to Central Florida. Mm-hmm. And the only reason why I say that is because I think I still had this, I need to look like me and my mom, we look out for each other, because for a long time, even when I was married, I couldn't depend on anybody except my mom and my dad. So I would never cut off my for sure riders for people who can be, fair weathered or not really stand in the paint the way that my parents have consistently done. So I think also that can change as well. I don't know if that was culturally. I have no idea. I just think it was a codependence thing. That's what I think it was. Yeah. Not cultural, but codependence. Because we had a unhealthy enmeshment within each other. Like even right now, I mean, I think I've definitely, I don't think I know, I've definitely grown out of that. But my mom consumes her entire life with me and Morgan. Like even now, I'm like, lady, come on. You need a man. You need something. And so I can empathize with Jeannie Mai, although I hate to admit that, as it relates to her family, because I'm super big on family. Like I'm really big on family. And so I have a heart for that. But with me having my space that I have right now, I don't know how I would feel about having someone come stay with me. You can live really, really close by, but I don't know if I want some, because sometimes I just don't want to talk to nobody. I like when the kids with their mom, Morgan, teenager, so she's gonna be in her room doing something anyway, and she's not gonna be talking to me. D on the sofa or asleep or writing a code, and I just want to be quiet, just want to be by myself. I don't want to have to entertain
anybody. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm going through that right now with my mom because I'm the same way. When I'm working, well, you guys know my mother lives here.
Yes.
With us now. So it's still been very difficult because she doesn't like that I'm quiet, and I'm like, and she takes it, she personalizes it.
Yes.
And I try and tell her, like, it's nothing personal. Sometimes, with what I do, I have to think, right? So, and I'm very much a loner in this space. Like, I get up in the morning, I have like a ritual. I don't even like to talk to my husband other than good morning,
Oh, no.
I'm not really big on talking a whole lot.
Well, what's your other ways of connecting?
What?
What? So if we're not talking, if we're only saying good morning, what's our other ways of emitting
I will
loving
connect.
energy?
Well, late sometimes, some days there is none. I'll be honest.
We got to feel the
Some
love.
days, there isn't very much. But then sometimes I get out of my shell, and and once I finish doing what I need to do, and then I do engage. I just don't like to be forced into
Mm.
having conversations
Oh yeah,
when
yeah.
I'm not ready to have a conversation. I think sometimes, you know and you guys know I talk about this all the time. There's just not a healthy respect for what it is that I do. They don't really understand it. So because you don't understand it, then you're not really valuing my time. For me, time is money. So I have to, when I wake up and I know I have a full plate, I'm coaching, I have multiple events going on, and there's a plethora of things that I need to do, then I have to stay focused. I can't be sidetracked like, hey, well, what size, I can't find the pantyhose that fit. Hey, 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 I can't right this moment. Maybe a little later, but certainly not right now.
Louisa, do you have any? Because you have, when do you get your personal time, and or do you just feel like I don't get enough of it because you have a lot of kids at home, and so it's like, what is your ritual in terms of like, and is it different from their dad?
Oh, Jesus. There's always somebody in this house. I cannot get my 14-year-old to leave. She just will not leave the house. She's like, why do I have to leave? I have my room.
Does
So
she go to school?
yeah, but I mean, like, outside of that, she'll go to school, come and tell me about her day, and go in her room and come out when it's time to eat and go back in her room. Or she'll come out when she wants to play and go back in her room. I can't get her to go spend the night anywhere. And she'll be on the phone with her friends, and they talk and giggle and all that stuff. But let me say, hey, why don't you go spend the night over there? I'm okay.
Mm-hmm.
So even if the two youngest go, and then my oldest daughter, that's the one who like to hang out and go do whatever. She's in the house, and so when everybody else gone, she feels it's her time to come take up their space with me. I don't get any time
Well, I
unless I
think
leave the
most
house.
people force her out though, because I mean, she's comfortable. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
She's
Right?
comfortable being in the house. That's her boundaries. Like, my room is my space and
Yeah.
my solitude, and so that's some. I guess that's kind of good that she doesn't go out.
Yeah, I do make her do certain things. So like I plan stuff for us to do. I'm like, okay, Lonnie, and I give her a couple days notice. I know she needs to prepare mentally. She got to get herself together. I'm like, Lonnie, we're going to the museum on this day. We going to the museum? Yep. What time? We're leaving from here at this, and that's because I do that too. I'm like, okay, so what time was it? So I do. I have that conversation with her, and when that day comes, she's like, okay, well, ain't we supposed to be getting ready to leave? And let's go. She's excited. So I try to give her because I have to do each one of them like that. And but for the most part, I have to leave, and if I want her or want the house to myself, I just have to leave. I don't know. And then with their dad, the kids go over there for the most part. They're just over there on the electronics. They don't do anything. So, and then he's like, all right, y'all be quiet, whatever. But I don't know. I don't I don't know. I do crave adult conversation and adult time a lot.
Yeah.
But when I'm home, I'm for them. And for the past couple of like for the summer, hold on, y'all. For the summer, their dad was in the hospital and he almost died. He almost died.
Mm.
Yeah, he almost lost his life. Yeah, he went in. He had an infection in his intestines, and they had to take a huge part of it out. Now he has a stoma, so he has a colostomy bag.
Mm.
But if he didn't get there when he did, and they didn't find him, he would have died. So this whole summer has been focusing on that and dealing with the kids and their emotions, making sure they're good. So I've been trying to take them to the beach, take them, just I was just really busy this summer. So then school's in, he's out the hospital now, so that's good. He's doing pretty good. And then we have issues with Layla, which is my 8-year-old, which is who I had the issue with, why I couldn't come down. in school, she told two students that she was going to kill them and their siblings.
Hmm.
Yeah. And so that was a whole thing there.
I
And
bet.
I had to go get her a psychological evaluation done because the school said she couldn't come back until she
Right.
had that done. And I explained, like, Layla has never said anything like that at home. But again, we don't know what goes on in their mind. And some of the things that was said, that they told me she said, I'm like, wow, it sounds like some stuff on YouTube. So she's banned from YouTube, her and her brother. They're banned from YouTube. They
Mm,
can't watch it anymore. When
mm,
she had the evaluation done, they didn't, we were in there for almost 9 hours. Yes, at the hospital. That girl was in there so long, she was able to order dinner. And it's just been a whole process. So, um,
mm,
she's fine. They just said she needs to do in-house therapy. So therapy where she can be inside and
mhm,
talk to therapy. Because I had her on therapy, but they were over the phone.
Mm-hmm.
So it's better that she goes inside. So that's just been some of the things. It's just been very stressful. And then Ethan, I think, is going through puberty because this boy is just so aggressive. And it's just been so many emotions in the house and so much attitude and so much trying to figure out. And all I do is go, go, go. I'm on the phone. I'm in offices. I'm at the school. And this is for the past couple of months. This is how it's been. Well, since the summer, or even before that, because I was having issues with Blondie. She didn't want it. She wasn't even going to school
Gracious.
for a month. Yeah, it was just been stuff going on. So
I
I
had,
need a break.
yeah, I was about to say, I had your, what, well, you got a little break when you was in Arizona.
Yeah, but that was work. But
Yeah.
it was beautiful. It was beautiful. It was. And I was able to sleep. But for the most part, it's been busy. And then we talk about family. I have had my family live with me ever since I moved out the house.
Mm.
So they can't live with me no more. No, they just cannot. I've had my mother, I've had my biological father, I've had all my siblings, nieces and nephews have lived with me in every apartment I have lived in since I left home. So I
Wow.
understand the dynamic of not being okay with family being there because family can just be in your face. And when it comes to culture, he didn't have anybody there to back him up because I know they always backed her. They did. So I can see that. But I know one thing. I can't do it no more.
only imagine.
Yeah. Well, then I don't know. I can live with my mom totally. I totally can. I totally can. I go down there and it's hard for me to come back home. So,
Oh, that's because his mom.
and I think also because the older they get, it's like, I want to create those memories with her. Cause hell, I'm not promised tomorrow,
Right.
but I just think that, I think the way that so many people are just dropping, and it just gives you perspective to just like, let me create some more memories. Let me have these memories and all of those things. So I think, and I really feel like that with my friends. So even when my friends are like going through things, and I always say, one of the things that I live by is, how would you want to be remembered?
Mm-hmm.
How would you want me to remember you? Would you want me to remember, would you want to be remembered as somebody who showed up and lived the life that they want, or um, that my friend or family couldn't barely be happy? And
Mm,
I'd much rather know that at the end of anybody's time, that they got to live in their authentic space and be who they want to be, and
absolutely.
not care about anything else, because life is literally that short.
Yes, it
No
is.
matter what,
I like that, Pam.
no matter what life throws at you, is like, you have choice. You have choice to let it stress you out, and take you out, or you have a choice to just say, what, it's something that I cannot control at this moment, and stressing out and worrying about it is not going to change the fact that it's happening.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
So I love, when I'm telling my friends, please get some sleep, please get some rest, is because I want to keep them present. I want them to take care of themselves so that I can continue to have these memories and build those memories with the people that are close to me. Yeah.
That's important.
Yes, it is.
So Louisa, live with you. Take that and just add that little chunk to your life. That how would you want to be remembered? That's how I like it. Because I want people, and I don't want no funeral or nothing. I just want in conversations they can be like, oh, she lived her life. She lived the way that she wanted. She was unapologetic about it. She just lived.
Well, that's what I've been doing lately. So that's why I say I really like that because you don't think about that. But I have been doing that lately. I've been doing a lot of traveling and a lot of things, and I've been like packing back. Look, their bags been packed since Saturday to get out this weekend. They got to go. So no, but I used to feel bad though because it's always been me and the kids. And
Yeah.
even when I was married, it was me and the kids and taking care of their dad. So I just felt bad. But now I'm like, okay, look, I I've been a mommy for 21 years. Okay, y'all got to go.
Mm-mm. Well, we are definitely at the top of the hour. Great conversation. I think
Yes.
healing and stuff and perspectives that we're always able to give, no matter what the situation is. Round table, Louisa, where can everybody find you at?
You can find me everywhere at the Blue Phoenix Hills.
You got any movies or something coming up?
No, but we are script writing.
Okay.
We are script writing, so hopefully we can pull because I know we supposed to be getting um that's coming. We're
Oh,
doing a lot of writing, and we
okay.
had to get our equipment back, so we kind of.
Okay. Diana, where can everybody find you at?
You can find me at Diana Richardson Philippus on all social media platforms. Go to the bio, and that will link you through to all of my other businesses. Thank you so much.
Anything you want to put out there that you got going on?
Whoo, child. Yes, the Women in Business Networking Conference is officially on her way, y'all. We are officially promoting. Ticket sales is flying just like that. Y'all better get in line, get in gear, get your butt to the Women in Business Networking Conference 2024, March 16th in Atlanta, Georgia.
All right.
And
Oh, okay.
let's get into this. 2024, you need to really start 2024 people off on a great note. I
Mhm.
am having a networking mixer, a free, yeah, I said free, networking mixer at the Ritz-Carlton Hotel January 8th. We are going to get all the way into it this January. I got a special, y'all know that's right. Y'all better come through.
Get that calendar, girl.
I know that's right. Look, just go to the link in my bio, hit the link tree.
Oh, that's a Monday.
No, baby, it's a Saturday, January. Oh, sorry, that's my mastermind session. Excuse me. January 13th is when the networking mixer is. I do have a mastermind that I'm doing on January 8th. Yeah, I stay busy. So,
I know
yeah,
I won't even be. I get sick of y'all planning stuff and I can't make it. I'm not available that weekend.
sorry.
I know. I gotta go. We gotta get our license.
Well, that's huge.
That's
All
important.
And
right.
it's very important,
I'm
or
excited
else.
for you.
So and do tastings and all of that other stuff.
That's important.
Yes,
Yeah.
it
So
is.
I'll miss it, but I'll hopefully make it to the next one. Somebody having something. Run your calendars by me or something.
I know,
Dr.
right?
Lewis, where can everybody find you at?
Hmm.
Um, the girlfriend therapist on all social media platforms, the Noir NOIR Center, and Sext SEXD Unveiled.
When are the
Yes.
new cards coming out? Okay,
um,
never mind. Let me not
when
ask.
I have time to create them.
Okay.
Understood.
I really just need like a month vacation just to see no clients, to do nothing.
We'll make it happen.
You
It's
definitely
about to
need a
be
break.
December. Make it happen.
You
Bills is
definitely
saying
need a break.
The bills and lifestyle thing.
the bills is saying, ma'am, you need every patient you can get, okay?
Cortina, you can make it work. You just got to, we can do anything that we put our mind to. You have to put it out there, you put it in the universe. Now you work towards that, to making that happen so that you can refresh, replenish, and
That's right.
rejuvenate. Okay.
Wow.
I had to go into
Mhm.
coaching mode really quick. You can
Tell,
do
tell her
this.
again, Doc.
You can do this.
Let her
You
know.
have,
Let her know.
you
Yes.
can do it.
Therapists need time off too.
You are
Yes,
right.
they do.
You do.
Yes, they do.
Well, you can find me on all social media platforms at I am Dr. P. Gurley. You can also follow the BGBB Literacy Foundation. And I mean, just go to my bio. Everything is right there. I got a ton of things going on. 2024 is about to be popping for the nonprofit because we got another one on May 4th, 2024. We have the Evening with Authors book tour, not book tour. Yeah, well, it's like a book thing, but it's like even better because if you attended the last one, it was on and popping with the comedy and the spoken word and all of those things. The kids' red carpet, all of that information will be dropping really soon with cities and dates. I'm working on all of that too. So the nonprofit will be kicking off a lot of things next year. One thing that I will be saying that, donate to the foundation, because one of the things that I'm working on is a youth TEDx.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's going to be quite an interesting youth TEDx that I want to do, because I want definitely kids on the forefront, on the stage.
Cool.
Yeah. So there's important things that we need to do in the name of literacy for our children.
Absolutely.
Yes, and it's been, like I said, it's been a great conversation. Any last words other than, Cortina, you need a vacation, make it happen.
I'm going to Grenada.
Well, that's true. That's very true. But
Yes.
talking, you need to just take some time off now,
I
like
do.
at least a day or two, just to do nothing, not make
Exactly.
cards, not do anything. Louisa, you too. Take a day or two. We all need to just take like a day or two and then just do nothing.
Yes.
It's just not possible for me not to just do nothing.
You know what? That she ain't taking her own advice. But
And she
okay.
just say something for Tina.
Exactly. See, that's how the hairstylists,
But I
they
didn't
have
say
you
I
looking
need a month
crazy.
vacation though. I'm gonna take my vacation when we Pam's wedding and when we get to Grenada. That's why I'm going so hard right now, because I'm gonna enjoy them 2 weeks.
I
might have maybe one call or two, maybe.
I'm going to enjoy that vacation. That's why I'm going to definitely be working super hard up until that time frame. So, ladies, I think we only have 2 more episodes before the season ends. That's it, and then we'll be on hiatus. So if you are, listening right now, I'm going to just put it out here that we will be on hiatus until spring of 2024. Because I want to make sure that I can focus my energy on finalizing things and with my wedding and transitioning into becoming a wife and just enjoying life through that time frame with my friends and family.
Yes.
So I decided to wait until the spring to really come back even better with so much more fun.
All right.
Yes, we all need this break any damn way. So
She's gonna be coming back glowing, y'all. She's gonna be glowing.
I know we're all gonna be glowing like hell, with tans and everything.
I know that's right.
Oh yeah, I'm already glowing.
Yes, you are.
You are.
Already glowing. So we'll see you all next Wednesday, same time, same place. Until then, cheers.
This